Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rob Laffoon, and normally this is the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast, the #1 emo podcast in the world. But today we're doing something a little unauthorized, a little uncensored. You know, they say the good thing about mistakes is you learn from them. Well, sometimes I don't learn from my mistakes. And if you've watched our show, if you know any of the lore, you know the worst interview we've ever fucking had is Handguns by a mile. Well, today we're doing some goddamn redemption because I got Jake Langley from Handguns here. What the fuck is up, Jake? Jake Langley, welcome to the show. I can't believe we're doing this today.
I can. Like a dog returning to its vomit. Here we are.
We're going to have to explain a lot of things.
Bars. We'll just put it out there straight up. So if you guys got to watch the train wreck that was our last interview with Emo Kids Anonymous, then you'll understand. But you might not understand the story. So we have a friend named Germ from Baltimore who runs a podcast. And we thought we were going on Germ's podcast.
Wait, I know Germ.
We thought we were going on Germ's.
Germ, I know Germ. Germ's going to be on an episode of Emo Kids Anonymous very soon. Yeah.
We thought we were going on Germ's podcast, and we had just done a house show for him where he had to like cut our set short, and we like didn't care because we're like, we don't care, it's whatever. But he thought we cared. He thought we were gonna care. Like we don't. Like you're the promoter, man. You could tell.
Yeah, it's your call.
I'm also like big. I'm deep off in the wrestling world. So like, if the promoter tells, if the promoter tells me to like hit a spot off that balcony, I'm hitting the spot off that balcony. He paid me to do a job here. He paid me to entertain these people. So like, and if you tell me the game's over, cool. Just give me the one song notice. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Want is just give me the old one song so I can go straight to the end.
Let me know when to hit my finish, brother.
Let me know when to hit the finisher. That's it. That's all I need to know. So we were just doing it to like, kind of like an olive branch, like, yo, don't be hard on yourself. Like, we don't take ourselves seriously at all, so don't take that decision seriously. So we thought we were going on Germ's podcast. So Zach showed up on the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast in character.
I love Charlie Basil. Let me just say,
which I had never met in my life. I was not gassing. That was not made up. What happened is he just popped up on screen with a wig that looked like he got a free bowl of clam chowder with that haircut, with some Drew Carey birth control glasses, a dress shirt. Yeah, right. Birth control, because no one's getting laid in them.
No, that's true.
So a dress shirt and a tie, talking about how he's Charlie Basil, attorney at law.
So Charlie Basil is not a real man. He didn't pass the bar. This is a different guy.
So the actual real reason that Zach can't be out on tour is because Zach was using Charlie Basil. That whole disguise. He didn't tell me he was doing this. I found this out very recently. This is why I can't get a hold of him. Zach's incarcerated right now for impersonating an attorney at law. He was using his knowledge of Kentucky law and his acting skills, kind of like Patch Adams. You ever watch Patch Adams?
Robin Williams. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was being the Patch Adams of the law world in Kentucky trailer parks, giving out free, basically pro bono. You know what I mean? And then when they would win, he would just let them keep the money. I mean, he got a lot. The one they caught him on was like a guy that stole a weed eater. He's just trying to help the guy out. The guy didn't steal the weed eater. You know, it was that kind of thing. So it's just little like civil court.
Small, yeah.
Everything was under $1,000.
Okay.
Everything under
Theft under 1,000, but the misdemeanors add up.
With small civil claims. No, it's civil court. It's
okay.
Not no misdemeanor involved. It means like basically you smashed your truck into my mailbox. That's not a crime. That's like property damage. So like they could write you a ticket for trespassing on my property, but they can't make you pay for my mailbox. I have to take you to civil claims court in Kentucky. So it's a different judge and a different system, and it's a lot more relaxed. So we thought it could be funny and go into it, but apparently that's a massive crime.
Yeah.
So I'm out here on tour, and that's why I'm trying to get. I'm pulling it back about the mud because I need to get money on Zach's books. He can't just be in there eating noodles and noodles, you know.
I've seen some cool ways they cook up those soups though, like you know, with they cut the meat with the card, yeah.
Making some chicken chumpies.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what a chumpy is?
Hey, Bunky. Yeah, there's a guy on the internet I follow.
Let me get a chumpy.
Yeah.
A chumpy is like anything in prison. It could be anything, but it's like a roll up. You can get like a bag of chips and crush them up, and then you put a bunch of Zatarans up in that bag, some Zatarans, up into some Zatarans. Put some Zatarans in there and some all kinds of.
Is this like a Xanax Ativan mix?
Yeah, you watch these prison cooking videos.
Yeah.
You'll see what I'm talking about. You can make a roll. There's all kinds of things. Yeah, it's almost comes out tasting like a when they roll it in the corn husk.
Like a tamale.
Exactly. It almost comes out like tasting like a prison tamale.
So Zach is locked up in the state of Kentucky right now after impersonating Charlie Basil.
He's been incarcerated. So
Shout out
I
Akon.
believe he's actually allowed to be out and about, but he's got like, yeah, it's a case that they're working on. So like, I think he's actually, because the Kentucky prison systems are very lax when it's something like that. So he's allowed to be like out every day working and stuff, but he doesn't have the ability to leave the state at the moment.
Gotta hold the mic close to your face there, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, so Zach is dealing with some legal issue in Kentucky right now. Last time when we were there was you, there was Charlie Basil, and there was Austin. Austin appeared to be eating a sandwich, doing some
Austin is a local hero in the drum world, and he's in a bunch of other bands, and he was always just kind of like a hired gun and my homie. So it was like at some point he was always destined to go on to continue his own things, because he's in a band that just released a record called Blind Accuracy. You should have him on, because they'll give you they're the biggest sweethearts.
Austin Harmon.
They will not give you a trash interview. They will not make up lies.
Were you guys making up lies on that interview? No, there was
sometimes we make things up because it's funny, and the real story just isn't cool.
So
it's just like a boring story. So we could tell you this boring story, or we can make something way more cool because it's a story. I don't know. It's entertainment. So like if the story is bland, sometimes
you have to Salt Bay it. Okay. Yeah. Amanda was very upset. She was worked up. She's like, I tried to ask these guys a question. They didn't answer them.
Question.
Just the very first one she asked. I'm not sure. It was probably something about who handguns fucking were.
Asked where we were from, and we went into the Rigatoni Island.
Yeah. I don't know. It became a whole fucking thing.
Well,
back up to Rigatoni Island. I've gone on Google Maps a fucking grip. What is Rigatoni Island? Because I haven't found it.
So there's an inside joke. We used to roll through the toll booths, and we be driving for 8 hours or whatever. You roll up to a toll booth, you pay the toll, and it was this joke we came up with where we would ask the toll booth driver for directions to Rigatoni Island, and just gauge their reaction, and then when they asked what it was, you would tell them that it was a male strip club / pasta buffet. And you wanted to go there because we heard it was amateur night and we're trying to dance for some pennies, or at least get, some fettuccine, some fettuccine al no. That's what we used to say. Because your no-nos, I don't know. We like to clown. Sometimes we're just like, we don't take ourselves seriously, like really one iota, while simultaneously taking ourselves seriously. It's like I don't know. Sometimes out here we just like to beat goofy.
So Rigatoni Island could have been a fib. I could have Googled I told my kid that I was going to take him there for.
We started to say we were from when we realized we had so many members that, did you want us to list it? I can tell you exactly where we started. We started in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania, at the Championship Records, but not one of us ever lived in. Wait, that's not true. Cody Bunce, the original bassist, lived in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania, and he was the sound guy at the Championship Records. And I was the door person, security, a promoter, guy that would do anything that I needed. It was just a guy that worked at the venue. I helped out a lot, and he was my roommate. And I was going through a depressive episode where I tried to take my life. And I woke up the next day and I said, I'm never doing that. I'm never again. And also everything that I thought I needed and wanted, that they told me I needed and wanted through like high school till like after high school, it's like, you need a job, you need a house, you need a career that's going to pay, made me feel fucking miserable. So was like, I'm never doing that again. And I'm going and doing the only thing that has ever, I'm going to go love the only career or like life path that I felt like has ever loved me back, which is the stage. And, I'm starting a band right now. So me and Cody started Handguns the next day, and that was it. So that's also the exact reason why we've had so many members, because if there's a show coming up and someone tells me I can't be at said show, I'm like, well, I don't know if I can be on this earth anymore if I can't go play said show. So I checked the geometry of the pistol. It still fits in my mouth. And the only reason I don't pull the trigger is because I get to go play this music and do this thing that for some reason, it's funny that this is here. Because I'm on the spectrum. It's like my dinosaurs. Pop punk is my dinosaurs, and I'm autistic as shit about this stuff. That's why I'll never stop. I can't. Look at that. Why does he look like pop punk hair too?
He does. No, yeah.
His hair, circa 2003.
Yeah, he kind of has that hoppus look to him. I've said about that stegosaurus. Yeah. Yep.
Famous Favorite dinosaur on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Triceratops.
I was gonna say Mark Hoppus Stegosaurus. Okay.
Remember from
Step Brothers. Adam. So right now you're touring the fucking country and you're doing it by yourself. There's no other handguns.
To say I'm doing it by myself ain't true. It takes an entire village to raise an idiot. I have lots of friends and family members and people like you that have reached out. For instance, I'm just staying at my friend Joe's house tonight, 2.8 miles from here. So, I'm not doing it alone, but I am traveling every day in the vehicle alone, and it is me by myself performing the songs. But I'm not alone. I've never felt alone in a room full of people that I know are just like me. So every time I get to a show or every time I'm around anybody like us, or sometimes I'll just talk to the lady behind the counter at the Valera because sometimes she needs to hear.
Yeah.
She needs to know. She needs to know that there's people that are still cool in this world that stop and smell the flowers and shit. I don't know. Because I feel like everybody's running around doing their, let me get the coins. Where's more coins? Like Sonic the Hedgehog. And no one stops and just like
Smells the coins.
writes their name on the wall with the pistol, like in Wolfenstein.
I don't know that fucking film.
Then Wolfenstein, the video game.
Uh-uh.
Oh, you would walk around these like Nazi imprisonment camps shooting Nazis. And it was sick. It was like it was like 8-bit video games on the computer, and you would walk around blasting Nazis. It's called Wolfenstein.
Okay.
At least I think you were blasting Nazis, but you ever look back at something you watched as a kid and you're like, that is not what I thought that meant. So I think we were blasting Nazis. If somebody wants to correct me in the comments, go fire off on me. I'm pretty sure.
Handguns as a whole, as the entity, are anti-Nazi, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I said it.
Just making.
Punk rock as it's fascism, right? Isn't that what a Nazi is? They're a fascist. Yeah. I like to think that punk rock and hardcore and emo are like tolerant spaces, and in a tolerant space, comes a paradox of how tolerant do we have to be. There's some things you just can't tolerate. So there's one thing we definitely can't tolerate, and it's intolerance.
Yeah.
So when you're intolerant of other people's religion, background, beliefs, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, then you're not fucking cool, man. Chill out, dog.
You guys should chill if that is you.
Whoa, bro. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, pause. Hold on. Stop. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what pants to wear.
So we're getting a lot of people, a lot of comments, and you're playing these shows by yourself. They're saying you're almost doing like a Mike Love thing or something like that. Like Mike Love's the guy from the Beach Boys, the untalented motherfucker from the Beach Boys that plays Brian Wilson songs around the country and makes money on the Beach Boys name.
Really funny.
There's many in the comments are saying that.
As far as like what the songs are and who the song, like, so 2 full lengths I didn't write any of. Disenchanted and Life Lessons, and you won't really catch me playing those songs unless someone comes specifically asking for them. And here's the other deal. You won't even really catch me wanting to play any Handgun song that you ever heard, because I don't need money off the old catalog. I have 250 unreleased songs that are bars on bars on bars on bars.
A lot of bars, huh?
Bars on bars. I could write one. I could pull out that guitar right now and make one up for you that's as good as a bunch of the Handguns catalog currently that's ever been put out. And that's just because I have big time imposter syndrome, and I have since 2012. And when that happened, and you've had imposter syndrome for over a decade, and you write a song to 2 songs in every day for over a decade, you're no longer an imposter. You're him. You have songs. So like I have bars on. I stacks. I'll die with too many songs. So when I die, someone's gonna get this. A couple of my friends have the passwords to my iPad, and I told them, like, you use this stuff because it's like, or sell it or do something with it because it's here. I have.
You want to get Tupac'd?
Yeah. Oh, I have music, and it's not. To be honest, fully honest with you, I would rather not play a single old Handgun song for the foreseeable future, unless I'm on stage with the people who helped write it. Because I'm not whoever Mike Love is. But I can understand you feeling that way. I totally empathize. I can get that because I am an empath. But also, hold on, wait for it. Hold on, I'm not done. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I don't give a shit. You can think that, and your opinion and your feelings are valid. I just don't have anything better to do. So, next question.
You're telling the guy that commented that maybe to go fuck himself, huh?
No,
Yeah, no.
I'm telling him that his opinions are valid, and as the biggest Handguns fan in the world, period. Turn the page, because you can't tell me you're a bigger Handguns fan than me. The spark that started the fire. I built the rocket powered porta potty from the ground up. So you can't tell me who's a bigger Handguns fan, you or me. It's clearly me. And it's me. It's me, dog. I'm the biggest Handguns fan. I love every single. Do you know every Handguns lyric that's ever been put out? I do. I do. Have you listened to every single song ever? Hundreds and hundreds of times? Thousands even. I have. So, like, you're not the biggest Handguns fan, I am. So, as the biggest Handguns fan in the world, I totally empathize with anybody who's listening to me sing these songs with an acoustic guitar and thinking, "What the fuck?" Uh, if you're hearing me play an old song, when I'm playing them, I'm also thinking, "This fucking sucks." I'm just doing it because somebody in the room asked me for it, and I've told them before, "Who better to butcher an old song than me? I'll do it. I don't give a shit. I'll do anything to help you feel like you're connected to this band because that's all it's ever meant to me was about human connection and friendship and hanging out and singing songs and being idiots and not taking ourselves seriously at all." Uh, Moving forward, I'm ready. I have a bunch of fucking new songs, and I'd rather play those because the sound is different and they're going to be written for my voice. Those songs were written intentionally for somebody else to sing. If you know anything about music, then you understand what I'm talking about. They were written intentionally for somebody with a higher voice and a higher register to sing. So when I sing them, it's not going to sound like the original.
You dropping them? You dropping them a
I
key?
don't sing like that.
No.
Taylor sounds like he took chicken wire and wrapped them around his nuts and just. And on the original recordings, it sounds like he has a lisp. Telling me the whole truth. And that is because we didn't know at the time, and we found out later that if you don't line vocal takes up correctly, it sounds like the vocalist has a lisp. And Nick Brucese, shout out Nick from Man Overboard, Nick now from The Story So Far, who recorded that. He was very young in the game, and we found out that recently. And now I'm like, because it used to drive Taylor nuts. Kids in the comments would sound off. I'm like, why does this guy have a lisp? Because he doesn't.
Can't be giving a hard time for people who have
But
a lisp. Yeah.
it's no, I actually like it. I think it's a cool, like, quality to the voice when you're listening to it. It sounds like a sassy, angry little skater kid when I listen to Taylor's voice. I imagine like a cartoon character. I don't know, because I'm an artist. So I imagine cartoon characters of all the bands, kind of like the Gorillas. Every band I ever listened to, I can imagine a little cartoon character of them. And Taylor was always like Bart Simpson.
Sick.
Like, that's always imagined Bart Simpson would sing. I sing more like Homer or Mo.
Shout out Mo. Yeah. Mo.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm Mo Sislak, and that's cool. You can tell me that my shit sucks. I agree with you. Here's the deal. One of the new songs is "If You Hate Me, I Completely Agree. I Can't Fucking Stand Me Either." If you hate me, motherfucker, I agree. You're singing like the choir to the fucking preacher. If you hate me, I fucking agree. Baptize me in gasolina. If you hate me, I fucking agree. Strike a match and send me to Jesus.
Speaking of,
If you hate me, I'm with you. I hate me too.
you're like, I'm old school hating Jake
I
Langley.
don't like my voice either. I don't like that I have to do this. I tell my mother that. I go, "Mom, if you didn't think I couldn't find love in a career that would give me respect and money at the same time, you're wrong." I would pray that every morning. I still wake up and have to do this for some reason. Kevin Lyman, when he came to watch my other band, Common Thief, play at the South by Southwest and offered us a spot on the Warped Tour 2016, the year that Handguns and Common Thief played the Warped Tour at the same time on the same day, two songs that I wrote all of the same time. So don't tell me I have to play somebody else's songs. You don't know who wrote the songs. That's fine. I don't blame you. I'm not mad at you just for not knowing, but now you do know. Like 80% of the shit is mine. Like, then I just always wanted to say music and lyrics by Handguns because it was a team effort. At the end of the day, a producer might change an and or an R and a the, and I wanted people to feel like they were a part of the creative process. But you're about to see what's coming, and I have a bunch of shit where I'm playing all the instruments, writing all the lyrics, making all the decisions. I have some friends in a band called Icona and my good friend Matt Vernon that are going to give me ideas. They're going to hang out. But
Shout out Icona. Yeah, we just interviewed what's his Jake from Icona. Yeah. Jake Davis.
Yes.
Yeah. I just spoke to Jake Davis.
And some of their other members are going to sit in. Their guitarist Chris is going to sit in at some point and just be there to listen. And if you have ideas, I'm here for them. But I want to be able to, like, I have the goods. I don't know what to tell you. I have the ingredients. Because for the decade and a half, I would want to practice I used to say, I want to practice every day for 8 hours a day like people go to work. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody ever wants to do that. So for a long time, I would hustle things on Facebook Marketplace, do flea markets so that I could set my own schedule and practice the drums and bass and guitar whenever I wanted. So I would sit in my garage in Pennsylvania I've sat in my garage in Pennsylvania for the past at least 5 or 6 years playing drums at least for an hour to 2 hours every single day to nothing but a click track in my ears. So yeah, I can play the drums, I can play the bass, I can play the guitar. And I'm really fucking. It's literally Monday and Tuesday. I'll be in San Diego recording
with Matt Vernon of Alive and
Sure.
Well. Yeah, San Diego band. A lot of weird connections here. You mentioned Germ. You also mentioned Jesus a minute ago.
I banged for JC.
I was gonna say you're deep off in the Bible. Shout out Shy.
I'm not deep off in the Bible because I believe the Bible is a book filled with dogma. I think there's like two of the shortest verses in the entire Bible are Jesus wept and God is love, and those are the two most important verses in the entire Bible. Jesus wept and God is loved. Remember, it's okay to cry. It's okay to show emotion. And remember that the thing that created us is love. That's it. Everything else you can kind of forget. If you just remember to choose love over fear, happiness over sadness, and it's so you can, believe it or not, without a dollar, without a dime, just a choice of you can choose these things. You can choose happiness.
Are you allowed to pick parts of the Bible out and just leave the rest out?
Absolutely. Did you know that they left the fact that Jesus left the books for 10 years? Jesus wasn't in the Bible for 10 years. What was he doing? This is a fact. You can look this up.
What do you mean?
They don't know where Jesus was for 10 years of his life.
Oh yeah, he was in
They don't know where
in the
Jesus was
desert
for 10
and
years of
stuff.
his life. And there's another verse they forgot to redact that said he lived every experience as a man. So that tells me one thing. He was hooking up with dudes.
I was thinking
he was hooking up with
train stuff. Yeah,
he was hooking up with dudes. He had to be hooking up with dudes.
you think Jesus was bottoming or topping?
Both.
Okay.
Every
experience. Yeah,
He did every drug. He went and tried everything. It means he had a testimony to share. It's like I tried all those things and it still made this hollow hole in my chest. That because when you wake up the next morning, drunk, hungover, puked all over yourself. I've been those places. You fucking feel hollow. So you tried everything. You went to the festival. You took a bunch of drugs. You hooked up with fucking 9 strangers. Whatever. You did all this crazy shit, and you still wake up feeling empty, alone, and hollow. And if you know, you know. And the whole point is like that you didn't need all those things anyways. All you needed was to just choose happiness over fear and love over hatred.
You think Jesus was doing that?
For 10 years.
For 10 years, yeah.
10 years, Jesus was on Rumspringa. And I think that people try and co-opt this hippie-ass man. They take this hippie man from 2,000 years ago and they try to co-opt his shit for their political bullshit. Stop. People on the left, people on the right, you're all psychos. And I'm not one in the center either. I like to think I'm so high I'm in the clouds or some shit. Because I don't like to think I'm a centrist either because it makes me sound like a fence rider. So, like, there's nuance and there's areas of gray. And we can talk about every subject individually. We don't have to politicize every fucking thing into two subjects, black and white, red and orange. Like, it's not two ways. It's a billion different ways. And each subject can be broken down with nuance. Sorry.
No, that is
started.
That is true. That is true. And I got you started there.
It's all right.
Also tying back to our previous encounter, the police showed up here. The LAPD came here. They did a wellness check. A lot of people in the comments are also saying Handguns may have sent the police. Was that you guys, or was that just a coincidence?
First of all, I was born on Park Heights Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. I never called the cops on nobody.
I was going to say, ACAB, I thought here. I
never called the cops on nobody. I do have an 80-year-old neighbor who's a nudist, and his dog has killed over 25 of my chickens. So I might have to call the cops on him. There's like you can call the cops sometimes. You can. Like, the cops should be out here arresting rapers and pedophiles and domestic abusers and people like that. So like the cops are here for a reason sometimes, but like, no, I would not just call the cops. No, but I get what they're saying because swatting people's houses is like a weird.
Yeah.
Bro, what are you talking about? That's wild work.
That is wild work. Okay. Good to get that clear out of the air here.
To get it clear, Rob also lives on the 3rd floor in an apartment, and I've lived in places like this, and they're loud to neighbors and around. So if there's noise or anything going about upstairs, people can sometimes call the cops out of concern.
The people downstairs, yeah, they don't fuck with me.
Yeah, they can call the cops out of concern. So, but we were on the computer. That's no, you should not call the cop. No.
Okay, good to get that clear in the air. So that was yeah, the conspiracy theories. Yeah, there was I'd call it like handgun EKA QAnon. Yeah,
I'm here for that too because like sometimes people also get the internet and they're just goofing. They're just joshing.
Yeah.
So that's why you can't take comments too seriously because sometimes people act real serious in a comment and they just want to be acknowledged. So you acknowledge it in a funny way and you move on because comments aren't going to stop me. They can't stop me. Because like, honestly, when I read negative comments about it, I'm like, please tell me more about myself.
It's engagement, right?
No, but No, but also, please tell me more about me. I want to know. Tell me what you don't like about me. Like, please tell me what you don't like about me. Please. I
These
want to like
one of
I
the
like it.
one of the common ones, obviously, was Handguns being the most unpalatable band.
We came up with that term, so it's funny
Yeah,
that they were
it's
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like when I was given the internet, and I think a lot of people are the same way. We were given it in a way. It's like this is where you just go clown around and you don't take anything too seriously. So when other people are saying that stuff, I read everything like it's my boys roasting me. Like I don't read it like it's coming from this place of actual hatred because I know that you also spent the time, the energy, the effort. And back in the
yeah.
day, you used to have to spend actual money on your data plan to leave this comment. So back in the day, it was like, well, they're spending money to like say this. At the end of the day, you're spending your time, which is more important
Yeah.
than money.
The data plans are
You get
free
more money.
now.
All the data is free,
Yeah.
but you can't get more time. And you were spending time away from your friends, your family, your passions to shit on me. Like, dude, I love it. It's like I love it. I also love when I come in the door at my house and my dog takes my shoes or my hat, runs in the other room and chews them up because I'm not giving him attention. And that to me is the same exact thing you're doing. You're chewing up my hat, my shoes, or my art because I'm not being able to pay you enough attention. Because you're obviously just trying to get attention from me. That's why you're leaving this comment. And you're mad because I can't give you enough attention, so you're going to shit on me. And that's fine. I'll give you a hug when I see you. I want you to know I love you and your opinions are valid, especially when they're a negative opinion of me. I've been in many studios and I've been in many art projects. And when someone tells me, hey, hit that riff again, try that again, do that one more time. That one sort of sucked. I'm like, thank you. Cause like, I think everything I do sounds good.
Oddly more Christ-like than
I
we'd
do
expect.
everything. I
Yeah.
do everything. I think everything I do sounds good because I was gassed up by my great grandmother. Shout out Lucille Tackett. She used to gas me up all the time, tell me how handsome, creative, and awesome I was, and I believed every word because she said it like a sweet Southern grandmother from Kentucky. So it sunk in to my psyche at a very young age. So you can't tear me down. You can't tear down what Lucille done built up. Sorry, it won't happen.
Uh,
You can't.
Jet fuel does not melt those steel beams,
Can't.
they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, your fret fuel can't melt steel dreams.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Fret fuel.
The fret fuel.
It's a double entendre.
Yeah.
You're trying to make me fret.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that one. That one's pretty fucking sick there.
Can't melt steel dreams, STEAL. So you can't take my dreams away. It's a quadruple entendre. That's two double entendres in a row.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, fret fuel can't melt steel dreams. Come on now.
I will say a lot of those bands you guys came up
I never
with.
said that it was going to be easy. I never said that it was going to be fine. But in the end, it just feels right. If you never take a punch, then you'll never learn to fight.
There we go. You fucking wrapped it up good. That's what's important.
That's a Handguns lyric on the new shit.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
had that for a minute.
That's an actual legit bar right now.
Yes.
Sick.
Also, I'll just shout it out right now. Here's the bars for a whole song. Head first, fire up the wood chippers. Chomos to the front.
Ooh, damn, we're doing Epstein Island.
That's the whole
emo
song.
tracks.
That's the whole song.
Sick.
It's just head first, fire up the wood chippers. Chomos to the front. And when I go live, sometimes I'll say, let's start with the orange fat fuck. I'll throw that in there because it's just
They
repeat
like
it over
that?
and over again. Yeah, I just repeat that over and over again. Or like, I'll just throw in, Weinstein to the front. I'll just throw in any random motherfucker that is a motherfucker. Because it's like, that's not political. And if you think it is, you're next. It's like, you're next.
Beautiful.
You're next. We're sharpening the wood chippers and we're bringing them to a town near you.
Speaking of next, you say there's 250 unreleased Handgun songs. We're doing a fucking tour. You got a Facebook Live here where
Yes,
people are excited. They're curious. Like, is there going to... We're recording this. When the fuck is it going to come out? What's the plan?
As soon as Matt mixes it, I'm not fucking around waiting for a record label or anything like that because I just want to put it up and keep putting out more because I don't have the time to wait for like the press of, you know what I mean? How when they want to put a song, that was one of my biggest complaints of being on a label. You got to wait like 4 months.
Yeah,
like,
you're getting windowed.
Wrong. I'm not doing that because I want to get them out. So I just want to put them out. So anybody out there that wants to own a Handgun song, wants to expand their musical portfolio and their financial portfolio, if you give me $5,000, I will give half of that to Matt Vernon. We will record at least 5 songs and you can own them.
You're going to give them what percentage of? So it's split up 200%. We're giving them the full 200%.
You take the entire record and you own it forever.
Okay.
I just want
You just want to make
I
it.
just want $5,000 for 10 songs. I just want to make it. I want to paint it and walk away.
That's honestly a valid fucking point right there.
I just want $5,000. I'll paint it and
Yeah.
walk away. You can do whatever you want with it. And honestly, when it blows up because you want it to blow up because you want to keep making money, then we have to talk about record number 2.
Okay. Okay.
Then there's going to be a different split.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
You're doing you're banking on the
Yeah.
second contract kind of thing.
Absolutely. Because I have so many songs that because I'm going to give you the best songs I have too. And then when you come back for another one, I'll give you the ones that are even better.
Yeah.
Great song.
I just got a message.
It's like, you don't understand how many I have, dude. I love you so much. I would die for you. Reasons I've got 52. And then the verses, yeah, I used some chat GPT to look this shit up. It's 52 bones in your body. You think I know every bone in the body and can write a lyric associated with it? No. So I had to look up all the bones and then write a lyric associated with it. Fuck, I'm not an RN. Well, I am an RN, but I'm not a registered nurse.
Wow. Is that on a new fucking song?
Yeah, I was Baltimore, Maryland, dog. That's what it is. Park Heights Avenue, dog.
Shout out
Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland. Sup? Shout out Baltimore hardcore. Also shout out El Paso hardcore. I wore this for a reason because I want you guys to know that a bunch of the new Handgun songs are gonna sound like this.
We're doing some growls.
There's gonna be some
squeals.
There's gonna be some slam because remember when Sum 41 put out hair metal. Like that's cool, but like D. Schneider, I'm not really here. I didn't come up with that. Like I listened to it and I'm here for like the shit. I like it for his pageantry, but I like slam metal and pig squeals and like just filth, absolute filth. So yeah, me and some of my boys who've been in hardcore bands before, I'm making the whole track, but then some of my boys are gonna play it with me.
Much like the Iconositch, yeah. So there's gonna be a lot of fucking versatility coming here.
Yeah. I always wanted to have like a mixed up kind of genre of songs, but every time we were putting songs together, it became a group decision and everybody would be like, nah, let's just zero in on pop punk. Like, let's just stay in our lane because it's working. And that's cool. We've just done it long enough that like, and I'm a fan of other music and I'm not starting other bands with other names. I'm not doing that anymore.
No.
I've done too much of that shit. I'm not doing it anymore. And all the members of the band that I've talked, all the members that are in the band for the past 5 years, I have their full blessing. So they get it. And that's what matters. So you as a fan are more than entitled to be mad. And if you do me a favor, leave another comment and another one and another one. Because if you leave enough of those comments, maybe those dudes that are or that you're not mad that aren't there will see it and be like, hey, I should go play. Because they're more than welcome. That's the other deal. There's no one that's not welcome on stage that's been in Handguns. And there's none of you that aren't welcome on stage.
I feel like you gotta draw a line somewhere.
No. Bomb the music industry. Jeff Rosenstock. Look it up. He used to, when he was in Bomb the music industry, bring a box of fucking instruments like maracas and tambourines and all sorts of shit. Like if you're listening to this right now and you play the French horn and you want to put a French horn part over top of one of the new Handgun songs that I'm putting out, write your part, show up to the show, make sure you have a clip on mic. Let's fucking go. I'm not here for this fucking homogenized fucking bullshit where we do the same bullshit over and over again. If you want to be fed bullshit by some 20-something makeup wearing rock star, then fucking go eat at Chipotle. I want to eat from a taco truck on the side of the road once and never go back there ever again in my entire life and know that that was one of the best meals I ever fucking had. I write songs on stage sometimes in front of the crowd and forget the fuck out of them. Yeah, we have video proof. We've told the crowd before, hey, get your phones out, record this. This is for you. Post a video. I'm never going to record this song. I'm never going to do it again. This is for here. This is for now. This is a painting. Later, and I'll write a song. I have one that I did. I don't ever plan on recording it, and they only have it on video. Maybe someday, but it went something like, if you see Sarah Serotonin, tell that selfish bitch I said to answer her phone. And if you run into Mel Melancholy, tell him that I hit a new low the moment that he ghosted me. Because I've been hanging out lately with D Depression, and he's been teaching me nothing but shitty fucking lessons. Sorry.
That's not okay.
Never mind. Lessons. Do you ever remember Leslie? A man named Leslie?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of names in there. And that's a inside joke that me and Taylor used to do, because me and Taylor would just be driving in the whip and I would just be we'd be making each other laugh because like you're just on a drive. You're like, yo, do you know him? He'd be like, who? And I'll be like, Mike Rowe. It's like, who? Like Mike Rowe phone. Do you know jalapeno? Like there's all like, and then we would just anything like jackknife was another one we'd ask. Pepper jack. Do you know pepper jack?
Yeah.
Do you know berry, raspberry, blueberry, strawberry? They're all cousins. They live down on the berry farms. Like that's just we just get into goofiness because we're just like life's too serious. Depression is real. I think about suicide at least 10 times a day. And that's just being completely honest with you. And being goofy sometimes, or playing with dinosaurs, or petting puppies, or hanging out with homies, or writing pop punk songs and going to hardcore shows and dancing like a lunatic is like what keeps me from pulling the trigger. So that's why I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. And I need people to know that it's okay to love this shit more than you think you should. It's all right. It's all right that it's not just a phase. That's cool.
Brother, you're like a traveling fucking a traveling preacher
We
here.
all also look like big ass teenagers. Every single one. I was hanging out with my boy today, and his kids came out of their rooms, and I was like, "Why do we all?" I said it out loud. Like, what do we all match right now? We literally look like I look like I sell drugs at the skate park, and Joey's like, "The fuck, dude!" I guess it's everything about us, dude. If we got out of a different whip, if we got out of a like '94 Trans Am with some belt squealing outside of a skate park in Newport, Kentucky, like someone's gonna be like,
shout out Newport, Kentucky. Yeah,
those guys have fentanyl in their pockets. I don't.
No, you didn't. Yeah,
but no, I do. I do preach a little bit, but it's not. I'm not your Christian. I'm not your white. I'm not your gay. I'm not your straight because I'm not straight, but I'm also not gay. I like to say I'm 7 to 27% queer at any moment. Depending on, is Harry Styles here?
He's not. No,
I'm a hundo.
Yeah,
I'm a hundo%.
Well, you said 7 to 27. That kind of implies you're sticking in an area.
Harry Styles throated. Sorry.
The sound.
Dude, I want to voice act. I've always wanted to voice act.
That's
why
fair.
I also just have always believed that I'm a black man trapped in a white man's body. And it's probably because of where I grew up. It's just like I've always felt that way. A lot of my friends feel that way. Shout out Justice from Trapped Under Ice. I know he knows what I'm talking about. He's from Baltimore too, and he feels the exact same way. I know he does. I don't care what he tries to tell anybody. He knows what I mean, dude. Because we don't identify with like white motherfuckers. Like, yeah,
you were assigned white at birth.
So like Trapped Under, we don't identify with Starbucks unless you're in Trapped Under Ice circa 2007 when they stole a Frappuccino machine from a Starbucks.
The fuck does that mean? Yeah,
they stole the Frappuccino machine from a Starbucks.
Okay,
the band Trapped Under Ice.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they stole it from a. Okay, is
this is lore? Allegedly, I was allegedly told that members associated with the band. So maybe. You know what? Never mind. It might have been just something I heard. Next question. Can you retroactively get in trouble for that shit? I just remember that being alleged. Someone snagged one, and then like the cops came to a show, and they're like, "You got to give that back."
It's been long enough. Yeah,
I think that. What's the statute of limitations on snagging a Frappuccino machine?
7 to 12 years, probably. Either way, you're good.
And they got it back. It was like the whole thing was. I think the cops showed up to a show or something. I also saw Mikey Hood pull up outside of a. Do you guys know the band Hoods? They're a Sacramento band. They're a hardcore band from Sacramento, and they're the only band on Victory Records to get off Victory Records by not suing, because Mikey Hood shot up Tony Victory's house, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, it's been long enough.
But the next day, all of the Hood's merch and the torn up contract was on Mikey's front porch, because like sometimes it just takes that level. And I'm saying that to say this pick right here was given to me by my new boss at Twisted Metal Morpheus in Midland, Texas, where I now moved half of my life. This is like a scoop. I've posted about it, but you guys should know. Half of my life is now in Midland, Texas, where I'm a welder's apprentice and welder's helper on the pipeline. And as well, like we're doing metal art and all kinds of other shit. But his name's Stephen Markham. And he unloaded an entire clip into a pedophile's door and did 5 on 5 on 5. He was sentenced 15 years. This was before I met him. So my point is, you can talk about the shit or you can be about the shit. And everybody's mad right now about the state of the world, the fact that all these celebrities are on this list. Let's go.
Mr. Markham.
What are we waiting for? Stephen Markham. Yeah, he's the fucking man.
Mr. Markham, yeah, he puts the money where the mouth is, and he now employs you as a welder and the like.
A welder's helper, basically. So like I've welded thin pieces of tin with a what's called a MIG welder, which is the wire fed welder that you use to weld like body panels on trucks, because me and my brother Jeff do a lot of sheet metal work and body repair on old trucks in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It's one of our like side hustles to make money because Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where I have my farm, has some of the largest truck shows in the world. So,
what do you mean the largest structures in the world?
truck shows.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
truck and car shows.
yeah, okay.
So to put it in perspective, there's a color in GM's catalog for Corvettes called Carlisle Car Show Blue. The Carlisle car shows are the biggest. The Corvettes of Carlisle is the biggest Corvette show in the world.
I recognize
It's some of
Carlisle.
the biggest car shows in the world. It's also a shipping hub, and it's where like a lot of people live in that area because you can get to 80% of the U.S. population in 8 hours. And then I picked Midland, Texas, because I'm 14 hours from San Diego, and then that's like another 2 hours from.
You picked Midland, Texas, because you were 14 hours from San Diego?
I'm really close to the West Coast.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't want to live in California because cost of living. I don't want to live in Arizona or Tucson because it's too fucking hot. West Texas was always like a place where Handguns did really well and flourished, and I always felt like I was at home. This is nothing but a bunch of good old boys and people from Mexico, and I absolutely fucking love Mexicans.
Shout out Mexico.
Bro, it's my favorite country. It's my favorite food. It's my
I'm with
favorite
you.
Culture.
Greatest.
Some of my greatest friends are Mexicans. Shout out Jason and Jason, two dudes who just joined Handguns. That's what people don't understand. Like, it's just me on tour right now, but we have
You got two Mexicans named Jason?
We got a drummer from Houston that's in the band, and some guy was in the comments was like, just you and a drummer isn't Handguns. No, yeah, it is, because Handguns isn't a band. Handguns is don't give up. Handguns is a living, breathing, hard times article, and it means don't give up. So that's just what it is. It was never supposed to be like a band with the same 5 members. That's why for 5 years it had fucking 10 songs and 5 members. That was not me, because I never wanted it to be a fucking band. I wanted it to be this thing that just meant something to people other than me. I don't have to be in it.
So Handguns isn't a band. It's a fucking, like, it's an idea.
At this point, it's a collective. It's a movement.
Collective. Okay. Jeff Rosenstock-esque.
Movement. Abso-fucking-lutely. That's one of my heroes and like inspirations musically, vocal delivery, songwriting, the way you approach being in a band, and the way you attempt to treat people, because I've been known for being a fucking asshole to people's faces, and it's because I can be opinionated, and because sometimes I'll let my ego and substances get the best of me. So sometimes you'll be drunk and you'll let your ego get the best of you, and you'll say something you didn't mean it like that. You meant it. You meant part of it. You meant most of it. You said it. So like,
meant 70%.
Essence.
But the fucked up part that you added on is the part that gets the headline.
You said it way fucked up, and you came out of pocket with it. You didn't come from
delivery is 90%. Yeah.
Place of love. When you say I'm coming out of pocket, to me that means you were like, bang, fuck you. Whereas when you come from a place of love, you're like, hold on a second. Let me put this here and let's hold on. I'm gonna hold on. What do I need to say this better. Hold on a second. And I have a problem with that. Like, if I'm not if I'm in my, I guess my flesh, I think that's what some preachers
in nine flesh, yeah.
Some preachers want to call, but I don't have a better way to say it. Like, you're just like in your ego, you're in yourself, you're thinking your id. Is that what
there's the ego, the super ego, and the id? Yeah.
What all those mean? I don't know. I just mean
you're kind of living in
asshole. Like, try not to be.
You're living in the id.
Yeah. You gotta. For me, it's hard too, because sometimes I'll snap reflex with like how I feel about something, and that's not always the way. You gotta chew it over for a minute, think of a better way to say something. Because sometimes it ain't that deep. Sometimes it is that deep. Sometimes it is that deep, and you need to say it better too, because this motherfucker needs to be put in their place. So sometimes it is that deep, but you also have to like realize that you're talking to a person. Sometimes you forget that you're just like not yelling into a void. There's a person you're talking to. So,
speaking of,
their own perspective.
Shout out Updog, by the way, who before the Facebook feed died, they texted and said, I'm watching the Handguns live stream. Are you okay? But so speaking of communication delivery, there's, let's say, how many ex-members of Handguns are there, or in absentia members of Handguns who are not currently with you? 20, 18, 15, 11, 9, 11? I have
to make like a yearbook page.
A lot.
So there was, because there's so many people, I'd have to name them all. I don't know the exact number, because I've thought about this before, because there's been people that have filled in for tour. Like, what constitutes a member of the band for me, and what constitutes a member of the band for somebody who's like like a nerd anthologist might be different.
Yeah.
I consider anybody that's ever picked up the guitar and climbed on stage, picked up any of the instruments and climbed on stage with us as a member of the band. So technically, my dad was a singer at one point. My dad sung for him.
Okay. Well, we can include that for the sake of this.
And the reason I say that is because perception is reality. And at any point during any of the shows where we had a fill in, somebody could have walked in that room, watched us play one song, and left. So
that's
in their
Handguns.
mind, that's Handguns. And that was that guy playing guitar. It's not some other dude. That was my point.
So let's take these some odd 20 plus people, including your father, who were in Handguns.
So I'll try and go in order. It was me first, and then Cody Bunce, and then Marco Flori, and then Josh Hurst and Colin Skull at the same time. Yeah, you keep counting. Brandon Geffer, Jeff Hansborough, Nick Fortini, Tyler March.
Oh, those two people? That's one guy.
I'm just keeping going.
Okay. Yeah, keep going.
Eli Gibb.
Your dad.
Hold on. Yeah, my dad. I'm trying to go in order.
Okay, keep going.
Eli Gibb. Jordy Fayette.
11.
Hold on, man. This is going to get hard. Hold on. Adam Fields.
12.
Tyson Evans.
13.
Chris Ruiz.
14.
Shout out Chris Ruiz. I might play with him in Northern California. He was in the band second to last. Tyson Evans is also in the band Crooked Teeth. Shout out to them too.
Shout out Crooked Teeth,
rock. Yeah. That band rules. Tyson Evans is one of the greatest unfound singer-songwriters in this pop punk and genre world. He's so fucking he's just fucking, I don't know. He's a real one. We used to butt heads on tour because we're very similar. And he's like one of those friends where if you know, to know Jake Langley is to hate Jake Langley. And that's Tyson Evans too. If you know Tyson Evans, you kind of hate him as well. Or at least it used to be that way. And I mean that in a good way. I don't know. He's a real one. He's a motherfucking real one. I would take a bullet for that man. So Tyson Evans, Kevin Cale, Woody Spokus. And if I'm leaving people out, I'm so sorry. Alex Roth, Derek Rice, Tom McGrath,
17.
Kyle Vaught, CJ Wilson, Ryan Pyle, Taylor Eby. Did I say his name yet? I don't think I did. I don't think I said his name yet. Taylor Eby, Zach Hensley.
Shout out Charlie Basil. So we're over 20 here.
Hold on. Yeah, it's over that. Hold on. Austin Weaver. Hold on. Bueller. Andrew Bueller. He drove from Man Overboard on the last tour that we did with them. He was their driver, and he became our bassist. I actually gave him my bass as like a thank you for learning the songs on bass. Billy Trey. I almost forgot that. That's no good. Billy Trey sang for an entire tour. Shout out the Converse Kid. That's what I mean. There's been so many people who have come on stage and played with Handguns. Max from Set It Off, their drummer, played 3 or 4 shows on the Warped Tour 2015 when Ryan left in the middle of the tour. Christian Mullen from Lost for Words / I Call Fives was in the band at the end and finished the Warped Tour. Drew Conti, the bassist from I Call Fives, once filled in for me when I was fighting a court case in Texas and had to fly out to it in the middle of a tour. Zach from Man Overboard sings a guest vocal. Dan Campbell from the Wonder Years sings a guest vocal on Life Lessons. So whether those fools know it or not, they're in the band.
I was gonna say, we're adding some property value here.
This is like a motorcycle gang, and if I didn't beat your ass, you're still in.
Okay.
It's only blood out. You don't got to blood in. It's blood out. I'm not jumping anybody.
Entry. I was gonna say entry is free.
Jumping people in is crazy. My point is, if we didn't go to blows or fist fight, I have no reason to to be like that person's not in the band anymore.
So I
used to get told that the people on stage had to be the people in the band, and those people needed to be the same people all the time.
You don't agree with that?
A quote from Jake Round. He used to tell me that. He didn't even agree with that. It's just what he told us back in the day because we were young and he was young and he was our manager and our record label owner. And that's a number one thing you should never have. But we were young and he was young and we didn't know that. And he'll even admit that. There's a lot of things we did wrong in the infancy of Handguns that had to do with Jake Round being an infant label and us just trying to look out for each other. To be honest, you don't look at it that way back then. You look at it in retrospect. But that dude gave us a lot, and we were just young and dumb and full of cum and didn't know our
Young, dumb,
asses
full of
from a
cum.
hole in the ground. And just
Bugging them both.
we would just run and gun and drink about it. We didn't know what we were doing. So like we would just go. And same thing. We were just he put it in words one time. He said we were just riverboat gambling because we don't know what we're doing. We're just riverboat gambling out here. And but now here's the deal. I'm not riverboat gambling. I have my chips in order. I know how to play this game, and I know what. And if y'all don't know what's coming next, then you're gonna see. It's fine.
You're card sharking now.
No, yeah. Now I'm a card shark. I'm counting.
Counting that bitch. Okay. So there's 30 plus people in the history of hand. I was gonna say at some point this paper towel there had to be a fucking payoff for that at some point.
I'm so glad. We came up with this before. Just like this is funny. This is the whole point. This is like memeing. You're just being a little outlandish to like get people to want to watch.
So there's 30 plus ex-members of Handguns, and
40, and they do. That was just the ones I can remember off the top of my
head. You're on fucking trial. These 30 people are facing you. Are you guilty or are you goddamn innocent here?
An asshole.
Guilty, being
100%. Guilty 100% of the time. But they'll also tell you that I'm guilty of fucking
promiscuity, sex stuff.
What?
You were guilty of fucking.
No.
Okay. I was like, as long as it's consensual.
Oh my God. Yeah. 100%. No, dog. Okay. There's
this ain't the Warp Tour.
What are you talking about? That's insane.
Okay, just clear in there.
All pedophiles and rapists in the dumpster. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, wood chipper feet first.
It goes right along with fascism because you're taking someone's right to choose away. And that's never okay in any
respectable.
That's what it is. I mean, that's the same like lane of the shit we can't tolerate. We can't tolerate that because it's my body, my rules every day of the week. And if you're taking someone's right to choose or whatever away, then you're in any. It's everyone's right to. It's your right to choose what you do with your body. It's your right to choose what you do with your body. It's your right to choose what you do with your body. But that also means your rights will end where his body begins. So that's the way that works.
So
like, there's other bodies out here.
There's other bodies. Okay.
Now, unless you're in the Mojave Desert completely alone, then windmill in all circles.
Okay.
Keep the moshing in the middle of the pit.
Be respectful. Be respectful of others around you.
Up in crowd killing and moshing because I'm wearing a Barbarian shirt, which is a very heavy band from Texas. And being Baltimore hardcore kids, we beat the living snot out of our friends. But that's consensual. It's called mutual combat. And they're standing there, they're dancing with us, and in Texas, in Midland, Texas, me and these homies were going hard. And sometimes you get in a mosh pit situation where the guy that you're mosh pitting with thinks it's time to push mosh or do that whole shoulder slam, football style.
You're not feeling it.
You're not necessarily feeling it. But you're also doing karate out here.
Yeah.
And you can't tell that guy he's being stupid. You're doing karate, Ralph Macchio. So you better get low and hit that guy like Leon Lett. You got to hit him. Yeah, you got to hit that fool, bro. Scoop him up. If you didn't play football, now I'll teach you guys.
They don't do they don't do form tackling like that anymore. Yeah, CT has existed since we were in high school. They don't do that.
My point is though, like if that guy jammed you, he's like letting you know, yeah, let's go. It's like when you see two dogs wrestling and they love it, but like you just can't be a dog going down the street, running up, biting anybody. Like that's the point. That's the whole point.
That's respectful. I like that. Okay.
Don't stage dive with combat boots on.
No, be nice.
Hold on. Unless you're at a Steel Nation show. It's like, unless you're at a show where people are all wearing combat boots kicking the shit out of each other.
Yeah, don't be that guy at the fucking the dashboard show.
Yeah, don't crowd kill.
Don't crowd
kill. Is what we aim for.
Yeah, shout out.
We don't show up to accuse what we aim for in basketball shorts and fucking Nikes and crowd kick people in the throat.
No.
But if Expire does a reunion, someone's getting kicked in the neck.
Fred, I won't kick anyone at your reunion show when you get that bag, brother.
I'm just saying, like, if a band like that, Terror's playing, oh no, it's all on. Like, it's on. Let's go.
Did you want our friend Tony Bones before we finish? Did Tony Bones? Do we want to speak on this?
I don't think Tony Bones. Maybe later. On the way up here, he told me that his contract hadn't been met. We didn't send his rider over.
Okay, yeah.
And he's
sorting shit out with management.
He's still gonna work out our management. We have a good friend named Donnie Bones, and he's our mascot. You may have seen him about. He dances at concerts. He lords with the people. He was in Houston, Texas, at a Catalyst show with a sign that said "Fuck Ice," and people kept calling him Mr. Fuck Ice. All these homies were coming up. Mr. Fuck Ice, Mr. Fuck Ice, can we take a picture with you? And it was just me in the Tony Bones costume. This is an unfiltered, unraw, break down the fourth wall interview. So Tony Bones is a big mascot costume that I put on and I talk in a New York City sanitation worker boys. I like to take everything from like New York, Boston, New Jersey, Baltimore, Central
Combining some
Pennsylvania,
regions,
and I
yeah.
just make this mashed up bullshit trash language like a trash can,
Oscar.
in like Federal Hill. Like if you take all those dialects and you just talk like total shit, you know what I mean?
We're jamming them into
Like if
one.
Keanu Reeves laid concrete in Philly. That's like the voice I'm trying to do.
That's
Like
Tony Bones.
that's Tony Bones up, and he's also like he likes meatball sandwiches a lot. He's a fun loving guy, but he's very rough around the edges. He looks scary, but he's not.
Okay.
It's
It's a
me.
euphemism. It's a euphemism. I was going to say, yeah, we're doing metaphor here.
Yeah, everything is metaphorical. Everything's rhetorical from here on out. Don't take everything I say seriously at all, but also take it completely fucking seriously because some things are head first, fire up the wood chippers, chomos to the front, and there's no Tony Bones about it because he's Tony Bones and he makes bony tones.
That is true, and those are statements we can endorse officially.
Tony
Yeah.
Bones and he's making the bony tones.
Before we wrap up, do you have anything you want to say to these kind people that hasn't been covered?
I can't remember a damn thing we just talked about. I hope this interview was somehow better than the last one. I hope we didn't let Amanda down too much. I'm sorry that we frightened and scared her. You should watch back. There's a video of me and hold on, wait, where's my phone died? Let's plug it in. Nah, let's plug it in before we wrap it up. Let's see if we can call Taylor.
Plug it in.
Where'd
you have no, you were using a different outlet.
Oh, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Let me get this to turn on and see if we can FaceTime Taylor.
All right. We're gonna FaceTime Taylor.
Me and Taylor are also putting together a new project. A lot of people think that like it's not Handguns without Taylor. It's like Taylor's not going to sing for Handguns again. He doesn't want to. He wants to do different music. He always wanted to do different music. Taylor wants to make some shit he's always wanted to make some shit that sounds like Michael McDonald.
Okay.
Dead fucking ass since we started, like yacht rock shit.
So Handguns is just rudimentary
we're
shit
making
to
a
him
new band.
now.
Yes, he always wanted it to be that, even back then. It was
Okay.
like I convinced him to sing for the band because but he wanted to do it. And we're like, fine, fuck it. Newfound Glory. Let's go. The movie life. Let's do Saves the Day. Like, let's go there with it. Because you can't play all the genres at once. But now as we're older and less fucks have been given, and I like to think I'm in my yacht rock era where I totally understand yacht rock.
I do get yacht rock vibes.
Yacht rock now. I saw that on the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. Somebody said that. Somebody said I'm in my yacht rock era. It was one of your interviews, and that they understood yacht rock. I can't remember
fucking
who it
said
was.
that.
Look back, it's recent. It's
Howling at the Earth.
Yes,
Wayne. Yeah, it might have been.
And I felt that like in my whole chest. I was like, I'm a yacht rocker with no yacht, because Handguns is a Harbor Freight band in a Milwaukee world.
There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say
there's a Harbor Freight. Imagine a band, and then that band is their hardware stores. So like the Wonder Years story so far, that's Lowe's and Home Depot.
Logical. Imagine the band, but their hardware store. Hardware stores.
Like this. Yeah, and we're not even Home Depot though. We're not even really Harbor Freight. We're like that local closeout store called like Surplus City. We're like some Bosnian guy owns the whole operation and just buys closeouts. And he's like the hella coolest guy in the world. And then he goes, "We get you good deals for you and your family. Come here." And he's got Milwaukee deals, but they're like returns from Amazon.
Bosnian guy.
That's that's us. It's just like a foreign guy runs the store and he buys Amazon closeouts, and it's a flea market. That's our band.
Handguns.
I'm here for everything. And
isn't a band. It's not an idea. It's a Bosnian man.
Fucking what America should be.
Yeah.
We accept everybody from every walk of life.
That's beautiful.
Unless you're a fucking pedophile or a Nazi. From every walk of life, every religion, everywhere. It's what America should be. It's what I thought America fucking was. It's supposed to be a melting pot. Because if I want to eat fucking sloppy joes every day, put a gun in my mouth and pull the trigger, dude. If you want to eat sloppy joes every day, or the same thing every day, then yeah, go ahead and support fucking ICE. I'll just break it down. We need culture in this motherfucker. That's why I love people from every single walk of life, every single place all over the world, because it's not appropriation if I go engage with them in their culture.
That's true.
And that's fucking sick. And that's what it's about. It's about hanging out. That's why
not only do I get a pass at the barbecue, this is verified. I'm verified. I'm cooking at the bar. You listen to me. I've been asked to cook at the cookout, dog. I'm not only verified, I'm running the fucking grill, dude. They don't let just anybody cook.
No, they usually,
cookout.
they don't let whites on there. Yeah.
White. I don't know who you're talking about. This is blue, dog. This is green. This is yellow. I'm not fucking white. My mother
It's
didn't. My
valid.
mother took gas in the middle of a grocery store, and I don't care. I'll tell the story. It's hilarious. When I was 5 years old, I said, "Mom, is that a colored person?" And I pointed at a biker covered in tattoos because the only thing I knew at 5 years old was coloring.
Yeah,
And I heard racist douchebags around me say, "Well, that dang colored people," and I didn't know what the fuck they meant. I was like, "Coloring, like a coloring book, a colored person." I said, "Mom, is that a colored person?" And this biker turns around with the biggest smile on his face, and she goes, "Jacob," and I go, "I want to be colored too." And from that day on, I used to color on myself, and I used to get sent to the office because I would have like packs of Sharpies and draw all over myself. I never want. I'm not that. When I first time I ever heard, "Don't call me white, don't call me white," my heart exploded. My chest dropped to my knees, and more than related, I was like, "This is the first song that was ever written for me. This was written directly for me. Thank you."
ACAB, assigned Caucasian at birth.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Don't call me white, dog. I'm not white. Also, I tan. If I sit out in the sun for not even a week, if I just go out here with my shirt off for a while, not even a week, I will tan up so dark. I had a guy once ask me if my last name was Victorino because he thought he knew me. He thought I was Polynesian because I'm dead serious. I was a bus driver. He goes, "Hey, Victorino," and I go, "Excuse me." Another story. This is recently. This is last summer. I'm standing at the DMV in Pennsylvania, and the woman behind the counter goes, "You speak Spanish, right?" Ma'am, I'm 3 people back. There's the people you're talking to, another person, and then me. And I'm a stranger. And you're supposed to be a professional at the DMV, and you just point me out because you don't know how to speak Spanish to the people that are in front of you, and you say, "You speak Spanish, right?" "Sí, poquito." Like, that's what I answered. I'm like, I'm not going to go into this. She's obviously needs help. Yeah, I do a little bit. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, so happy. Also, earlier on this tour, I had the owner of the club come up to me in Orlando and say, "Let's play. You want to play a game of Black Don't Crack?" Which is where black people ask people each other questions and try and get that person to crack, or like a really awkward question that makes them like come out of the character. And you only play Black Don't Crack with other black people. So I've been asked that twice in my life from a random person, and she said, "How old do I look?" And me, Black Don't Crack. I said, "How old do you look?" Or how young do I think you could pass for? And she goes, "Damn." Because I'm not answering how old I think. I'm asking how young I think you could pass for. Write that one down. That's the way you respond to that.
Write that one down next time you're playing.
You know what I mean? Because like a white guy would have froze up, dog. Froze up.
That's true.
Shivered, been spine turned to ice, and he'd have cracked in half.
Transracial.
She walked up to me and wanted to make sure that I was not white, and I'm not a white man. I'm also not a man fully. I don't believe in that for myself. I believe that I'm 200% because my mom is 100% woman and my dad's 100% man, and they both made me. So 1 + 1's 2 in any math equation I've ever fucking read. 1 + 1 = 2. So I think I'm actually 200% person. I'm 100% woman, 100% man.
That's fucking valid.
It's just what I believe. I actually believe I identify as he, she, the, and it. Yeah, that's right. The shit.
I think that wraps around
the, he, she, and it.
Yeah.
I identify as all that because I'm the shit.
I feel like that's progressive. Progressive, yeah.
You can identify
regressive progression.
All that. Regression. When you regress far enough, you get into progression. Like you come full back circle around, you've regressed, and now it's progression. I'm just waiting for this to doing the thing, and I want to FaceTime Taylor.
Oh, let's plug it in straight in the computer here.
It's coming on. It's coming on. You're good. It's coming.
Beautiful.
Are you running out of time?
I'm gonna go meet with Desmond from the Career Day in like 30.
That's my fucking home.
Well, you know Career Day?
I know Desi.
Yeah?
Oh my God, where is he at?
He's in fucking LA. He's in LA with his wife.
What? Oh my God, what the fuck was his band before? What was his band before Career Day?
No way.
What was his band before Career Day?
I have no idea. No, yes. Long Island guy.
Because they used to have a song where Des would get up there and go, "This song's about sex." Fuck, what was his band before that? Let my phone turn on and I will call. I have his number. Text him right now.
Yeah.
FaceTime him. FaceTime Dez. He's going to lose his mind, dude. You don't understand. That's my dog. Is he going to be on the podcast?
Yeah.
What's up, dog? It's Langley.
Beautiful.
You don't understand life with kids. I think that's probably the real reason the cops are called.
Yeah. Yeah. Jake,
Running around.
I want to fucking thank you for joining me.
I love you, dude. This was awesome. I hope it wasn't too much. It wasn't too crazy. We had to go in though, because it's not. I'm never gonna. I can't do the.
Stood out.
I just have to give you what's on my heart, I guess.
Sometimes you got to go into fucking business for yourself and fucking do a shoot.
Yes, you just got to do a shoot. And if you don't know the wrestling term, look it up. Doing a shoot means like throwing real punches in a wrestling match when they're actually.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys being the Shawn Michaels to our Bret Hart for a moment.
Let's fucking go.
Sick.
I've been told that I am the Joe Dirt of pop punk. I heard you guys talking. You were the Carson Daly of emo.
I was gonna say, yeah, Joe Dirt. There we go.
Joe Dirt of emo.
We can go with that.
They call me Convince Vaughn. Thanks, guys.